And now welcome back inside the Collins Arena as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader this evening as Brookdale takes on Ocean. Brian Goudsworth, Dominic Sama back here with you. We are set for the opening tip. Jersey Blues who come in at 15-7 and they face one of the bottom teams in the Region 19, Ocean, who is yet to win since their season opener. The officials this evening, Teresa Coniar, Gerard Duran, and Marvin Walters. And off we go tonight with Brookdale controlling it and Jada Rogers going up missing and rebounded by Nicole Garabrandt.
Yeah, Ocean coming in looking to shock the world here against the Brookdale Jersey Blues, who is currently red hot, but their last game was a win against Bergen, 93-37 over the Bergen County Bulldogs, as Miskowski lays it in there to make it 2-0 Jersey Blues.
So the Jersey Blues is starting lineup with Miskowski, Reyes, Mack, Rogers, and Sullivan, and a 2-0 early lead. Ocean nearly turns it over, and then they do. And then nearly given away by Reyes, but Mack is on it. Mack taking it to the basket, splitting through, and then goes back out Miskowski. Get it to Sullivan. Mack inside the arc. Got it.
Yeah, Mack has been red hot lately for the Jersey Blues. Good to lead scoring at 14.3 points per game, as they're up 4-0 over the Vikings.
Possession now with Ocean. Garcia dribbles into a crowd. Reyes is there for the tie-up. It'll stay with the Vikings by virtue of the possession arrow. Ocean is coached by Camille Congelosi in her first season. Team's only win came on the road, but it was a long time ago, back in November. They knocked off Atlantic Cape and have yet to win since. Garcia able to knock down a three-pointer.
Yeah, Kayla Garcia comes in here leading the Vikings in a struggling season at 16 points per game, beating that buzzer beater shot clock, so trims the Brookdale lead down to 1.
4-3 in the early going. And now Ocean will take over with a chance to take the lead. Despite the record, they're coming off one of their more competitive games of the season on Tuesday against Rowan Cumberland. They lost 58-47, but that's a step forward. In a lot of games, the scores have not been pretty, to say the least. I mean, in fact, the last time these two teams met, it was Brookdale 79-15 over Ocean.
Yeah, and in that game, Carissa Reyes led all scorers with 22, and Miskowski 17, Mack with 14.
It's Rogers unable to hit. It's rebounded by Garcia. And Garcia trying to make a move to the basket, but defense was there, and then a travel. We'll give it back to the Vikings.
Yeah, unfortunately, I remember saying Ian Mulhern was going to be joining you in the booth for tonight's matchup, but unfortunately he had to run out early, so here I am stepping in as the color announcer and helping out up here in the booth, and always an honor to be with you, Brian.
Well, we appreciate it. Of course, you're pulling double duty with the public address as part of your responsibilities, so you got all the bases covered. Inbounded for Garabrandt. Her shot blocked by Sullivan, and Brookdale's got it. Moving the other way, it's Mack. Shovels it for Reyes. Open is Rogers. Can't hit the three, and it will go out of bounds.
Yeah, you said I covered all bases there, basically, with Ashley Ventura checking in for the Jersey Blues. Again, you said that I had covered all bases. Speaking of covering all bases, we actually have the softball team in the house doing a bake sale on the upper floor of Collins Arena, and I don't think this is going to be the only time they do this. So if any of you have the opportunity watching at home or abroad, definitely come visit Collins Arena as Jasmine Sullivan lays that in to come and get some pastries from the softball team.
So it's 6-3 Brookdale, just past 3 minutes gone in the opening quarter. After the men's team was victorious in the opener and team switching order. It's typically the women who go first, but different here tonight as Miskowski the steal and Ventura high off the glass for the bucket. So she's on the board, and then Rich Brunson wants to bring his group together. He'll take a timeout at the 6:27 mark. First quarter, Brookdale 8, Ocean 3, and we'll return to the Collins Arena in just a moment. And in addition to the bake sale going on tonight, our Brookdale student athletes during both games are honoring our faculty members for all that they do. So we heard some announcements on that before the men's game tonight.
I wonder from who?
That's right, it was none other than Dominic as Brookdale gets the steal and Mack to the basket for the banker.
Yeah, the good thing about Mac that I have to tell you about is she is a very physical scorer, so she's not afraid to go in, take the contact, and put it up and in for the Jersey Blues, hence why now they're number 2 in the league.
And a steal at midcourt, and Miskowski goes in uncontested for the layup. Brunson will make a substitution at the next whistle. In fact, each side will make one. Brookdale leads by 9. Cross midcourt with Garcia, but Ocean, the big problem for them is just holding on to the basketball as Mack with the left hand.
Yeah, Mac continuing with this onslaught on the Ocean County Vikings.
Garcia. And it's taken away by Sullivan. Leads the break, finds Ventura, and it's knocked out off. The Vikings stay with the Jersey Blues, and here come the changes. Jenna Pandolfo is off the bench for Ocean. And Ashley Ventura is in for the Jersey Blues. It's in the hands of Reyes. Hook it out, Sullivan. Nice ball fake, but missed the bank shot. Gets her own rebound, back up, and score. Now make it 16-3. As we're past the halfway point, the opening quarter. Kayla Milligan, a lot of dribbling. Able to get it to Scully, whose jumper is off. Brookdale moving it. And no shot as Ventura called for traveling. And now Ava Miskowski returns as Mack will get a breather. We're late stages in this season. There's only 3 games remaining as we get a little bit of a stoppage. The official having a word with the Ocean head coach. I should say 2 games remaining for Brookdale because Saturday they were originally scheduled to play, but that game has been canceled. So they've got Tuesday and Thursday next week, and then it's on to the region tournament.
Yeah, and that's going to be a huge one because they will most likely go in as the number 2 seed and look for vengeance against the reigning champion Rowan of Gloucester as Jada Rogers lays it in. they'll look for vengeance in not only their loss at Rowan about a week ago, that was a result 64-60 with Rowan coming on top, but last year in a hard-fought victory, Rowan defeated Brookdale at Rowan yet again during the Region 19 championship. So Brookdale, again, like I said, will look for vengeance.
Ventura draws the blocking foul, and that will be the first foul of the first quarter. Comes with 3:25 to play, and sends Ventura to the free throw line where she is shooting at 44%. Ventura out of Elizabeth, New Jersey, and the first attempt is no good. Interesting about Ventura, there's only 2 Jersey Blues who've appeared in all 22 games. Reyes has started all 22, but Ventura is the other Jersey Blue to appear in every game. Dealt with their fair share of injuries. In fact, Kenya Wagner currently dealing with something. We'll see if we see her on the floor at some point. Brookdale working with a big lead. It's 19-3, and out of bounds is Alexis Scully. Kaya Mack is set to enter, and there's a stoppage in play. And now she enters. Sullivan to the bench. It's been a climb up the standings for Brookdale to get to the number 2 spot. They had not been in that position until recently, but they've been playing their best basketball second half of the season as Reyes is able to get inside for 2.
Yeah, great shot by Reyes. As, like I said before, she led the way for 22 points in their last meeting against this Ocean County squad on December 8th and won convincingly 79-15.
Taken away in the backcourt by Scully. Yeah, that one of the more lopsided scores that you'll see. And unfortunately for Ocean, they've been on the wrong side far too many of those. But
yeah.
Rich Brunson told us before the game he wants the approach to be the same tonight as it was, even if you're facing a number 1 team like Rowan Gloucester. The approach remains the same regardless of the opponent.
Yeah, and they're basically in every practice preparing to play them in a rematch from last year as Reyes lays it in again for the Jersey Blues. We got 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and they have a 20-point lead.
23-3. In the last meeting, Brookdale held Ocean off the board entirely in 1 quarter of play. It was a shutout, 22-0. I mean, after all, they only allowed 15 points the entire game, but 1 quarter with no points allowed. They allowed only 5 by halftime. It'll be Jersey Blue basketball.
And as of right now, it looks like more of the same compared to last game where they absolutely walloped Bergen County 93-37. And that was a huge bounce back coming from that 64-60 loss against Rowan of Gloucester. Before that, they split the series against them 66-59 on January the 26th. That was a home game as another score by the Jersey Blues.
Now make it 25-3 as we come up on 1 minute remaining in this opening quarter. Garcia dribbles into a double team. It's out near midcourt with Milligan. Shot clock's at 10, and another turnover. Reyes is ahead of the floor, and she finishes with the left hand.
Looks like it continues for the Jersey Blues, up now with a 25-point lead over Ocean. We got 38 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And again, the problem for Ocean is most possessions don't even end with them shooting, as there Garcia is able to get one away, but no good. They've just had way too many turnovers, and that's Reyes coasting in for two. It's 29-3, and the shot clock is now turned off as the Vikings can hold for a final shot attempt, but moving very slowly, under 10 seconds now. Milligan finds a cutting Garabrands. She misses on the inside, rebounded by Mack, and that'll do it for the opening quarter. So after 10 minutes of play here tonight, it's Brookdale 29, Ocean 3, and the Jersey Blues look to continue their winning ways. They have won 7 of their last 8, and that's good for number 2 in the Region 19. We'll step aside. The second quarter is coming up next here on Brookdale TV.
Right, but I have to give a lot of kudos to Giovanna Garcia leading the way for this Ocean County squad. 16 points per game. So they have their team leader in Ocean. It's just so hard for them nowadays, given how they're 1-12 in the league. And now you have Ella Case contributing to the game, laying that in and breaking the 30 threshold.
Garabrandt sets the screen, takes the pass, deflected, back for Scully. Sullivan got a hand on it, but Scully able to recover for the time being. Down to 6 to shoot as Milligan throws it up off the glass. Offensive rebound, shot clock doesn't reset, and Brookdale takes it before the violation. Sullivan steps back, foot on the line, bounces off, and rebounded by Jenna Pandolfo. Garcia hands it off. Shot clock's down to 6. Do the Vikings know it? With 2, with 1, Scully or Garcia didn't get it away in time. Shot clock violation. Jersey Blues, who are at 9-3 in the conference, 6-2 here at home, and they finish with a flurry of games here at the Collins Arena, the final 3. Jada Rogers knocks it down. It's a 3. Well, Rogers, we've seen her back now. This is her 10th game joining the team second semester. She loves to shoot it. Percentage-wise hasn't necessarily been there, but she's been scoring.
Right, she has been scoring a whole lot lately, and I think all of them have. They've contributed a whole bunch. Miskowski averages 12.8 a game. You have Carissa Reyes averaging 12.1, Mack at 14.3, and that's, check that, Rogers at 13.2, and Wagner at 10 per game. So once Wagner gets back into full shape, Brookdale's going to be a huge, huge threat.
Yeah, that's 4 players in total who are averaging double figures. So they've got a number of players who can beat you. And we'll see how far that takes them this year in the region. Steal for Rogers. And Reyes able to hook it up and in.
Yeah, too easy for Carissa Reyes, just a transition for the Jersey Blues, 36-3.
I mean, this game is going to reach a point where there's not really a whole lot more to add. But Brookdale will enjoy it while it lasts. Rebound by Sullivan. Bad pass intended for Rogers, and that nearly got the cameraman down there. Camera people gotta always keep a close eye. You never know when a ball's gonna come straight for your head or for the camera.
Right.
6.5 to play until the half. Brookdale has scored 36 of the game's 39. See if Ocean has anything to feel good about before the half expires as Scully throws one up. Tracked down by Sullivan. She'll bring it ahead, make a nice move around the defender for 2.
Yeah, great Euro step there by Jasmine Sullivan to make an easy lay-in and extend this Brookdale lead up to 35.
Scully, bounce pass. Moser gives it back to the corner. Here is Garcia, short. Rebounded by Sophia Gross. Getting some minutes here. The second quarter, ahead of the floor is Rogers, and that's too easy.
Yeah, Brookdale's next matchup is against a team that is a familiar foe, but has a positive standing, 13-9 overall, 8-4 in league play. That's the Passaic County Panthers. That'll be next Tuesday night.
Taken away by Reyes, and she's breaking away. You know, the question is, you're a program like Ocean, and you're the head coach. This is like the million-dollar question. What do you say to your players?
I'll be honest, I've never been in that position, so I wouldn't know, nor would I want to comment. I never had the experience of being a coach. I have personally have had the experience of being a player in outside leagues, but I don't think I could say I'm good enough for Paul Chizik's squad, because he is, I mean, not only is he very demanding of his players, and deservedly of that, because they're 21-3 overall on the season, so they get the best of the best. But then again, do I think I'm good enough for Paul Chizik? I got to humble myself a little bit.
Here's a turnaround shot, and Pandolfo able to drop it through. So the Vikings get one to fall through the basket. Ventura, high arcing delivery, and banks it in.
Yeah, too easy for Ashley Ventura. They didn't get back in time to defend that three, and now the bank is open, and Lincroft coming from the men's game with Ocean, and now Ashley Ventura contributing to the bank, so to speak.
Here is Milligan. That's an air ball fielded by Mack. Pushes it up Ventura, and they blow the whistle. Brookdale is going to take a timeout. So we're down at 3:58 to play, second quarter, in a 44-5 score from the Collins Arena.
From Hillside High, I'm from Hillside, New Jersey. I'm one of 3 captains on the team. I play forward, and I chose Brookdale to continue my academic and athletic career.
Hi, my name is Vera Eigerman. I'm from Howell, New Jersey. I'm a forward for Brookdale Community College. The reason why I chose Brookdale is because it was the best decision for me, both academically and athletically.
3:58 to go. Second quarter gets set to resume outside the timeout. Brookdale 5 on the floor. Ventura, Miskowski, Gross, Case, and Mack. They will have possession. The scoreboard is accurate. It's not a misprint. Ventura unable to hit the 3. Offensive rebound, it's Case, blocked. And good defense, but then falling to her feet is Garabrandt. She's able to get back up. It's Garcia. Wild shot off the glass. And Rakaya Mack able to get around the defense and bank it home.
Yeah, just continues the onslaught for the Jersey Blues. It's a 41-point lead. See if Ocean might be able to make a little bit of a storming back, so to speak, in this coming second half of play. We're only 3 minutes away.
As Cantalupo misfires, putback attempt no by Garabrandt. Case gets down for it, and Brookdale will have it. Under 3 minutes to go now until halftime. Miskowski, she traveled.
See, that's what Rich Brunson talked about with us the most, is that they just can't make these little mistakes that could be costly for the Jersey Blues in the long run, especially when it comes to later on in the season, especially the postseason. Like we said, Rowan Gloucester is honestly their biggest focus.
They had a hard-fought game. Brookdale came up on the short end at 64-60. Mack the interception. Ventura, no. Miskowski able to keep it alive, and then it's on the baseline and over to the Vikings. With a substitution incoming, and it's Jada Rogers for Ventura. This Ocean team moves very slowly on the offensive end.
Yeah, I want to make a shout out. There's a new Jersey Blues assistant coach that they just brought in to the coaching staff. Her name is Kayla Fletcher, and she is hoping for all the best in her endeavors as a new assistant coach for Brookdale, so quick shout out to her.
And the other assistant coach, or at least one of the others, Chakesha Andrews, was a 2-year starter for this program and a prolific scorer. I mean, just a great shooter, someone that was before you came to school here, but she could light it up from the floor. Years where Tim Catalfamo was doing the games with me. Bad pass, and Brookdale takes over.
Yeah, and it's great that Chakesha Andrews is coming in with the experience that she has as a prolific scorer for the Jersey Blues to let it rub off on players like Rikiah Mack, Miskowski, Reyes, and Sullivan, and even Wagner too. So good on Chakesha Andrews for coming back to her alma mater and helping out for her old team.
Mack the steal, she leads the team in that department, and it's just been a layup drill for Brookdale, getting turnover after turnover, and it's just easy layup after easy layup. They just have not been challenged, and thus the score is what it is as we tick down to about a half-minute remaining. Second quarter, there's a three. Giovanna Garcia offers it up, and that'll make it 48-8. The last touch by the Vikings. Shot clock and game clock are nearly lined up, and Rich Brunson wants to draw up a play here.
So therefore the shot clock should be off at this point, since there's literally a 0.1 difference, a 0.1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
So we get a full timeout, take a quick step out, back after this. 20.9 seconds remaining first half. Brian Gadsor, Dominic Sama here with you. Thanks to our entire Brookdale TV crew tonight, working both games right here in our booth. It's an interesting contraption they've got set up. Miskowski short on the three, picked up by Garcia, and the timer now turned off as Ocean can hold for one, but they are in a 40-point hole. 5 seconds left, still with it is Garcia. 2 seconds, Garcia tees it up. This one is off at the horn. And so the score at the break, it's Brookdale 48, Ocean 8. So a huge lead for the Jersey Blues as they try to keep up their winning ways and should be well on their way to a victory here tonight. We are at the halftime break now. Dominic Sama, Brian Gadsford, we're coming back after the break here on Brookdale TV.
Brookdale on top, 48-8 on top of the Ocean College Vikings. So I got to ask you, Brian, what do you think so far now that Ocean's on a fast break that maybe they can have a little bit of a spark?
I think it would be nice for them if they could have a possession where they keep the basketball and actually get a shot away, because that has been a challenge in its own right. Picked up there by Milligan, taken by Gross, who starts the second half on the floor for the Jersey Blues. Gross fires off the back part of the rim. Offensive rebound. It's to Ventura. Another chance on this possession. And a turnover as it's taken away by Milligan. So Ocean, if nothing else, has turned Brookdale over a couple of times to start the half. And now with 3 on the way, Garcia doesn't go.
Yeah, at this point they're trying to break double digits now with just 8 points on the board.
Jada Rogers unable to convert with the right hand, rebounded by Garabrandt. That's all they could muster is 8 points in the first half, right about on pace to score the number that they had when these teams met back in December, a total of 15 points. Down to 3 to shoot as Garcia will have to hoist, and violation.
Yeah, Carissa Reyes leads Brookdale so far in scoring in this game with 12 points to start the game in the first half. You have Mack with 10 points, so it's basically all a layup, Joe, because they're scoring nothing but twos. You had Rogers there score 1-3 for Brookdale, but the whole first half has been, again, a layup drill for the Jersey Blues squad. The big thing for them is that they need to continue to hold this lead and finish this game as
Garabrandt and rebounded by Case. And then given away, but taken back by Ventura. Ahead is Rogers for 2.
And I think you can see the big problem there with Ocean County is that they don't get back in time to defend. So it just seems like anytime they could be defending a potential shot just turns into a fast break transition. That's their biggest problem. They need to just get back quickly and in time. As you can see, Carissa Reyes right there cherry picking, but Garabrandt's got back there in time, and look at that turnover. If that happens more, then Ocean County could make this at least a little bit closer or hold Brookdale down to, you know, a lower amount of digits in scoring.
Gross. Brookdale 5 on the floor. Reyes, Gross, Ventura, Rogers, and Case. Case fires away and hits it. A long 2-pointer.
Yeah, Ella Case is really bringing the noise out here for the Jersey Blues with the early lay-in that she had, and now she's making almost a 3-pointer, but it's a long 2 in the college basketball language. So 52-8 Brookdale continuing the onslaught on Ocean.
Just over 4 minutes gone by, third quarter. Shot clock's down to 10. Through the hands of Garabrandt and picked up by Case. Reyes starts the other way. Backs it up. Case, extra pass, Ventura. Wide of the mark. Offensive rebound. Put back. Falls through. It's Rogers.
Just continues for the Jersey Blues.
Well, Ocean, that's the best news for them. They've got 3 games remaining. And we'll see if this program can at least start to get things turned around. The new recruiting class and a new roster for next season.
Yeah, they have a decent amount of freshmen coming in for the Vikings, including Madeline Lynch, Anisha Mosa is a sophomore, check that. Jenna Pandolfo, she is a freshman forward. They just need a few more freshmen to come in and fill in for this departing sophomore squad, such as Giovanna Garcia and Kayla Milligan, and maybe bring the heat for the next coming season.
So we've got 4:47 to go. We're in the 3rd quarter, back after a quick timeout here on Brookdale TV.
Yeah, really, Rich Brunson has done an absolutely terrific job for this Jersey Blues squad, bringing about a winning culture, much like the men's basketball team, men's basketball under Paul Chisak. Like you said, Rich Brunson originally was assistant under Coach Chisak and then became eventually the women's basketball coach. And like I said, brings about a winning culture, and now they are set to, if this lead holds, and you see Giovanna Garcia laying it in for the Ocean County Vikings, that brings them to double digits at 10. That if this lead holds for Brookdale, they'll go to 16-7 overall, 9-3, or check that, 10-3 in league play, and they're right behind Rowan Gloucester in league standings.
Brookdale inbounding. Good ball movement. It's Gross inside. Offensive rebound collected by Mack. Shot clock doesn't reset. Nearly turned over, but along the baseline, it's Case, and she draws the foul.
And Ella Case comes from Ocean County itself in Seagirt, New Jersey, way down there, or at least close to Ocean County. I'm not sure off the top of my head the specific location, whether it's Monmouth or Ocean. But she is from down there in Seagirt, which is in between Manasquan and Spring Lake. But speaking of South Jersey, what's near South Jersey? Philadelphia. And who happens to be in the Super Bowl? The Philadelphia Eagles. So that segues me into this next question for you, Brian. Who do you think will be taking this next victory along with Ava Miskowski and the Jersey Blues in this coming Super Bowl 57?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like most of the picks are on Philadelphia, but I am going the other way. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think that is a hard pick, depending on if Mahomes is going to be putting in 1,000% this coming Super Bowl, and I think he will, but I don't think it's going to be enough due to the onslaught of the Philadelphia defense and Jalen Hurts looking to run on all cylinders. I think Philadelphia will take this with the strength that they get from head coach Nick Sirianni. I think it's going to be a great game.
Sophia Gross is at the free throw line. Gross out of Middletown High School North. That's the Lions. Offensive rebound, Miskowski, no on the putback, and rebounded by Garabrandt.
Yeah, last time I checked, Middletown is pretty far, right? I'm only joking. It is a less than 5 minute drive from Lincroft. But if you're going to Middletown North in the Belford area, then you're going about maybe a 10-minute drive up.
Travel is the call. Yeah, Middletown, of course, with 2 high schools. From here, we're closer to Middletown South. Milligan handling. Intercepted by Sullivan. And while we have not yet seen Kenya Wagner, so it appears she is not active for the game here tonight, dealing with a little bit of an injury. To the baseline, Gross, jumper, and rebounded by Tony Cantalupo, and then taken away by Miskowski, no shot.
Yeah, another big thing, Brian, is that, you know, we depicted difference between Lincroft and Middletown. However, Lincroft is an area that happens to be in Middletown, so really Brookdale is in Middletown, much like Sophia Gross happens to be from. But Middletown is altogether just a really, really big place.
Yep, we got our geography lesson in tonight in addition to our Super Bowl picks, so we're doing just fine as we tick down to about 1:20 to go, third quarter. A game that Brookdale has handled easily. Tripped up is Garcia. Brookdale's second foul of the quarter. And Ocean will have it on the side. Scully off the glass. Sullivan's got it. Gross the catch and can't put it home.
You know, another big reason as to why I think Brookdale might be coming through big in this game, maybe it's because of a little bit of the bias, but I think it's about, what if you're a Nets fan? I think you're a little bit angry from last night as to how you lost 2 of the biggest star players in the NBA. A little bit of an NBA report there to add to the geography lesson and Super Bowl picks. How KD went to the Phoenix Suns and Kyrie went to the Dallas Mavericks like a thief in the night.
Miskowski draws the foul. She'll shoot free throws. And we still got a quarter and change to go. As mentioned, Brookdale was originally scheduled to play here again on Saturday, but that game wiped off the schedule. So they will play again on Tuesday. Passaic, the opponent, should be a good matchup. And then Thursday, they welcome in kind of an unfamiliar opponent, UConn Avery Point. One more attempt for Miskowski out of Jersey City. The sophomore goes 2 for 2.
Yeah, you have a lot of Jersey City natives on this squad. You have Miskowski, Mack, Reyes. So as you can see, it's really a great team effort by the Jersey Blues, as you have those Jersey City natives that pretty much know each other from high school and childhood.
Shot clock turned off. Brookdale can hold for 1, leading 60-12 as Gross off the mark. Offensive rebound, it's Mack. Back out Sullivan. 2 seconds left. Gross along the baseline, and that's it. Third quarter expires. And Brookdale leads it with 1 quarter to go tonight by a score of 60-12 over Ocean. So we'll come back. The fourth quarter comes your way next here on Brookdale TV. Final 10 minutes to go tonight. Brian Gadsworth, Dominic Sama, rest of our crew here with you, as Brookdale is on its way to going to 16-7 on the year. They stand at number 2 in the region standings, trailing only Rowan Gloucester, a team that they came up short against in a hard-fought game a couple of games ago, 64-60. On their way to sweeping the season series against Ocean and leading very big, 60-12. That was the first possession of the fourth quarter, with the ball knocked out of bounds and staying with the Jersey Blues. Inbounder is Rogers. Rogers inside, can't finish, gets her own rebound. Case inside the arc, banks it in. So Case working on a season-high performance in scoring.
Yeah, great work by Ella Case to make that jumper to go and make this lead up to 50.
Again, Ocean scored 15 points in the first meeting. Come off a game that was one of their best. It was still a loss, but they scored 47. They only lost by 11. Stay with the Vikings. For a team that started its season with a win back in November, first game of the season, and since it has gone south.
Could have sworn the referee pointed the Ocean County's way, but said White is in possession. Human mistakes by the referee, no big deal. Just felt the need to point that out coming toward the end of this matchup.
Rogers for 3, it's good.
Too easy for Jada Rogers, the Long Branch native. Not sure who else is from the city of Long Branch that we'll have to shout out tonight, but
it's you, isn't it?
Maybe.
Well, Rogers only shooting at 22% from 3, but gets that one to drop. Loose ball. And there'll be 9 on the shot clock for Ocean. Garcia. Garabrants couldn't catch it, but Milligan does. 5 on the timer. Reyes is defending, 2 to shoot. Milligan to the baseline. They get it off, but air ball. Shot from Cantalupo, shot clock violation. And Rogers can't get the roll. It's rebounded by Cantalupo and then tied up, but possession stays with the Vikings. One thing I found interesting in the last game for Brookdale, another game that was lopsided in their favor against another team that's struggling in Bergen, but they had 4 players in that game who had a double-double. And that's not something that you see very often.
Yeah, it was pretty insane to see that when I looked at the stats that 4 different players had double-doubles, contributing to the squad. And like I said way before, that you have a multitude of players, including Kenya Wagner, who sits on the bench, that average double digits in points per game. But on top of that, rebounding and or assists, it's a huge thing, as you see Giovanna Garcia counting it and a foul. So the foul will be called on Ella Case. But like I said before, a double-digit and double-double for performance by 4 different players.
Yeah, among them Miskowski, who led the way with 21 points, had 11 boards, and Reyes, who went for 15 points and 10 rebounds. So at the line, Garcia, 3-point play, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Gross's jump shot off the top of the window. Tracked down by Ventura. Case. Another rebound, Gross. Backs out with it, but double dribble.
See, I think with mistakes like that Sophia Gross makes, as a typical player who sits on the bench and then fills in for the Jersey Blues, someone like that, especially a freshman, she's going to learn those mistakes and then eventually humanly practice with the coach and work on those in order to be ready for next year and come out an even better player for the team.
Jada Rogers rattled it out.
That's what it's all about, though. If you're making those small mistakes, you're a freshman, you're just going through it. Sophia Gross, I think she's going to be terrific in the coming year for the Brookdale Jersey Blues.
Garcia fouled. Brookdale's committed 3 infractions in this fourth quarter. And they get Jada Rogers on the foul. So Garcia out of Toms River, one of many Vikings who are from Toms River. After all, that's where the school is located. Free throw good. Garcia, sophomore. 2 out of 2.
They get over the hump from the last time that they played Brookdale, where they only scored 15. Now in this game, they scored just 1 point over with 16.
And they've allowed 65 thus far. Drive and kick. Gross called for steps. Brookdale set to make a trio of substitutions at the next whistle. That pass goes out of bounds. And here they come with Miskowski, Sullivan, and Mack. Game where the starters don't have to do a whole lot of the heavy lifting tonight. And so you get opportunities for Gross, as we talked about, in Ella Case, and they're making the most of it. It's Miskowski for Gross. Another jumper on the way, and good. Long 2-pointer.
Great shot by Sophia Gross, and like I said, she is set to be a fantastic player and an up-and-coming player for this Brookdale squad, with a lot of sophomores playing in this year's squad.
Case, the catch. Miskowski is on it. Gross, not that time, rebounded by Milligan. Inside 5 minutes remaining tonight. On its way to being a sweep of the doubleheader in the Jersey Blues' favor. Grazing the rim, Scully on the jumper. Brought on by Miskowski. Gross again, short. High screen. Shot clock's down to 8. And Milligan had her pocket picked, and Miskowski goes in for an easy 2.
Like you said before, Brian, it is a total layup drill for the Jersey Blues in this game.
And that's why the score is what it is. 69-16, not a misprint. Garcia stumbles. And they get a timeout. So we get a full timeout. 3:29 to go. Back for the last few minutes to wrap things up from the Collins Arena after this. Final 3:29 to play. Brookdale and Ocean tonight. Men's team victorious in a hard-fought game. This one, though, lopsided, as unfortunately that's the way things have gone for Ocean this season. A lot of games with scores that read similarly. They have the basketball. And a catch and shoot by Cantalupo short. Brookdale will take the weekend off and get ready for next game coming up on Tuesday night. It should be a well-contested game with Passaic. Misfire by Case, fielded by Mack, and she gets it to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, so the women's team gets the weekend off, but the men don't. So they will be hosting the Borough of Manhattan Community College on Saturday at 1 p.m. That will be the only game played on Saturday afternoon. So if anybody's looking to come out for that, for a little weekend excursion for a Brookdale game, be the perfect time to go out there and watch your Brookdale men's basketball team play at home once again.
And Case able to get to it. Gross sweeps it up short. And we approach 2 minutes to play tonight. Running shot off the rim, Garcia. Rebounded by Sullivan.
Yeah, to add to the men's game, this next coming men's game against Borough of Manhattan, the Borough of Manhattan, they are, as Sophia Gross lays it in, the Borough of Manhattan is just under 500 at an overall 9-10 with a league record. So they'll be once again playing against the Borough of Manhattan. As we look to close out this game tonight, we have 87 seconds to go.
So minute 27 to go. Brookdale will have possession. Working around to Rogers, her three-pointer. Rebounded by Mack. And taken there by Cantalupo as we hit an even 1 minute remaining. Long pass ahead of the floor. And knocked out by Rogers. Inside a minute to go. And loose ball. It's going to be a tie-up and go the other direction.
Yeah, but all kudos to the Brookdale squad for another triumphant victory, second straight for the Jersey Blues after a total wallop last game against the Bergen County Bulldogs as they look to dribble this out with a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
The final 20 seconds. Brookdale cannot end the game as the shot clock will expire. And there'll be 9.5 seconds remaining. So the Jersey Blues are going to go to 16-7 on the year and 7-2 here at home as the final seconds run off the clock, and it's over. So the final score tonight, Brookdale 73, Ocean 16, as Ocean nearly matches its output from when these teams met back in December. It is a rollicking